I'm Johnny Millennium, this is Victor Lucas, and this is Film Fury. And tonight we saw the brand new Jumanji movie, which is a sequel, kind of a reimagining of the original 1995 movie that starred Robin Williams. And this stars a lot of amazing actors: Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and Karen Gillan.
Yes. Yeah, amazing performers. I mean, if you're making a movie in 2017, that's a cast you want right there. You're going to have some fun no matter what kind of movie you're making, right?
Did you like the original 1995 movie?
Not really.
It's kind of fun. My wife absolutely loves it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cutesy kid kind of movie in 1995 for me, which I guess I'm kind of showing my age a little bit when it came out. I mean, I love Robin Williams and I can watch him in anything, but there was a period where he was like cashing paychecks and he was just doing a lot of
He's doing lots of things, yeah.
And you know, Jumanji was a great idea, the idea of a board game springing to life. And I think the modernization of it, of a video game kind of coming to life and the board game kind of adapting for a modern audience, that's pretty clever as well.
And we're both video game fanatics.
Yes.
So I think we like the movie in the idea that these 4 kids from high school that lead very different lives, very different personalities.
Yes, they're like the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? A good reference. They all get sucked into this video game, which used to be a board game. It adapted, as you said, into a video game, which is just strange, but kind of cool. They got to modernize this a little bit.
It is kind of cool, but when you sort of lay out the concept, and I think I had the same problem with the board game. Like, this is about imagination, and this is about like go as big as you want to get. And I feel like the original didn't go as far as I could imagine, and I feel exactly the same way here with this video game.
So did you like this movie?
I liked elements of it, and I think that there's some great moments and some great beats, and everybody's got a funny line or two. I think Jack Black is
amazing.
Yeah, he's portraying a woman. Like
a girl.
Yeah, he's the avatar for this teenage girl.
Kind of a valley girl.
Yeah, who's like an Instagram queen. She's just so in love with herself. And so she's got to grapple with the fact that she's a middle-aged, overweight guy in this thing, which was kind of funny. Kevin Hart is
he's a big avatar. Football player. He's a big guy, and all of a sudden he's Kevin Hart, and that was really good.
And he had some great. I mean, Kevin Hart he's on fire. This guy.
He's funny.
He is super funny. He makes every line funny, right? He really talks about a backpack, and you're laughing about his backpack.
I know. I'm a zoologist, and we're like, yes, you are. It's awesome.
He's got a lot of energy, and he's fun to watch.
I know. And then The Rock is played by a kind of a nerdy type of guy with a lot of heart himself.
So it's a lot of counter programming all the way.
It really is. Yeah. And then the shy girl is all of a sudden
she's Lara Croft.
She's kind of Lara Croft.
Yes,
and
Ruby Roundhouse.
Ruby Roundhouse, who has the sexy dance and can kill people with this amazing dance. It's crazy.
Karen Gillan's amazing in this. Like, she is like dressed in practically nothing, and she just owns it, and you can't take your eyes off her, but she's having so much fun. And she just ass kicking all the way through this, and you could say, well, why? I mean, she's in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and she's terrific there.
Well, she's playing a much more serious role. Where here, she's allowed to kind of be stupid and fun, and all of the characters are allowed to be stupid and fun, and they take it over the top. And I just want to say about this movie that I felt, yes, it wasn't a movie exactly for me, maybe not for you as much as you're saying, but it was for the 11-year-old kids in the audience,
and
they were loving it. They were screaming, they were laughing,
especially when The Rock starts punching and kicking everybody,
punching people through the ceiling.
I mean, that, like, when you see The Rock, you think that that's how he actually would
be in real life.
Yes, like he would just punch people into the sky.
Yeah.
And they never let him really do that in the movies, right? They have to kind of put him in jeopardy, and like he will get hurt. But when he's a video game avatar, which is why I can't wait to see what he does as Black Adam, right? He's going to be the super-powered, super villain, basically. But it's fun to watch him just go to town because he's got the physique for it.
Oh, it's so much fun. And the kid who's playing him is just like, he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this, and he's having fun. And so we're having a lot of fun. We're laughing. But I laughed. Yeah, and I heard you laugh.
I was laughing, yeah.
And my wife was there, and she was laughing.
Yeah. Everybody's charming.
It's a charming movie. I don't think it's for us. It's kind of silly.
Like the first movie, I was kind of forgetting it as I was watching it. Almost, I was like. They have a joke about cutscenes in here, and it felt like there were moments of like there really is a cutscene in this movie, and I just wanted to skip it, or I was forgetting it. Like, there's lots of forgettable bits, and I think that is the lack of reach with the imagination. Like, if you say video game, no video game today, it's kind of modeled after an Indiana Jones or an Uncharted.
Uncharted, I was thinking the whole way through.
But it only takes place in one location, really. You
Yeah.
know? And no video game would let that be a reality. Like, they would go all over the world. There would be all kinds of great segues.
This is a popcorn movie for a family to go and see.
Sure.
And I think the adults will be like, okay, this is kind of entertaining, but the kids will love it.
Yeah.
It's that type of movie.
Yes.
This is very superficial stuff. It's not. This is not deep, and nor should it be
and
deep.
no stakes, right? Like,
No.
they're video game avatars, and they can't lose their 3 lives. Okay, sure. They got the tropes mostly right. You know, they get kind of like, one of the things that I really enjoyed is when they had their bio sort of floating above them.
Their weaknesses, and like Kevin Hart's weakness is cake. I don't want to ruin the joke for anybody who sees it. That bit was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
And just all of the characters are kind of funny. They all have their weaknesses. Like the Valley Girl is the cartographer, and that's so funny that that's the role she does not want. She wants to be sexy roundhouse girl, and she's not. And I think it's really good for her character. And obviously the characters all learn something at the end.
They go on a journey, but you know what? I mean, the teenagers, these kids do not look like teenagers, but the teenagers are not anywhere near as interesting as The Rock and Karen Gillan and Jack Black and Kevin Hart. And so I feel like they should have been cast a little bit stronger. And they're good performers, but
how can you go against your counterparts? It's impossible.
That's the problem. But it doesn't elevate to that. And that's what would make this movie fantastic. Like, we would all walk out and go, "Who were those kids? They were incredible." But
it's not that movie.
No, and most of it is just kind of by the numbers and kind of forget. It looks good. There's some okay effects, but man, that's not enough in 2017.
The most interesting thing about this movie is what you told me before it began. You're like, this is Lawrence Kasdan's son who wrote and directed this.
Jake Kasdan's done a ton of good things, and he did Walk Hard, which was a great goofy country western movie, and he's worked on I think The New Girl is one of his shows.
He's written Han Solo with his dad.
It's either him or it's the other Kasdan, but that Kasdan family is.
Are they all writers? Eh? See, I'm learning something. I'm learning something on Film Fury. Amazing. And I think he's a very competent director. He told a good story. He told it the best way possible. You know, it's a fun movie, but it's not great. It's not high art, and nor should it be. So we're just going to get to that point. What are you going to give Jumanji?
I think it's pretty good. I have 6.5 from me. What are you going to give?
You know, it's exactly what I thought. I was like, should it be a 7? I'm sitting in it. I'm like, no, unfortunately, I can't give it that. 6.5 for me as well.
All right, we agree.